This is either going to go perfectly or creation breaks. What's up, guys? Pencil here to do a breakdown / live reaction review to chapter 187 of which is known as Barf. And on this first page, I see Pochita Heart about to hit aging directly in the face, and it looks like he's starting to regenerate. So I'm just a little bit excited. Once again, I actually am interested. Whoa! I am interested to see what happens to the previous Chainsaw Man body. Like, is it just gonna poof? I forget what happened in the end of part 1 when a similar maneuver was tried. I think the heart regen, right? It left and regen. So obviously this heart is going to be the basis for the new Chainsaw Man to spawn in. So what kind of violence he's about to get up to now that he's finally reached public safety and aging, who seems shockingly weaker than I thought they'd be. Like, darn, man. I thought you were goated, but you made us be trapped. But let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact. Something about the way the Pochita heart is drawn always gets to me. And it does, like, especially considering we know, at least I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, in lore, right? Pochita got jumped and he was reduced to this state, right? How did he escape? Like, did he do damage? Just that much damage to everyone else there that they couldn't, like, go after him and, like, stomp him out or something? Like, how did Broski, how did he survive in this? Considering it looks like he could barely consume anything. Because right now, he's relying on Denji's stomach to essentially act as fuel, as gasoline for the main Chainsaw Man bodies. Like, how did he do that? But have I been saying Tatsuki? No, I've been saying Tatsuki. I think I've been saying, why my brain is like, have I been saying Tatsuki? No, that's a character from a completely different anime. That's Kill Kill. But let's see. 187 So I wonder, Barf up what? Barf up. What are you gonna barf up? Buddy. Bow. Amigo. What are you gonna barf up? Let's see. Barf. Yeah. Okay, boom. Now aging, how you gonna respond? You're gonna at least move a little. The bone heels go crazy. We're gonna move it a little bit, maybe. Let's see. Whoop. Stomp it. Oh. But, like, hey, can you not move? Like, we've seen you move before. Like, you could stop this. Ooh, interesting. Are those supposed to be eyes in the shoulders? Or this is, I mean, it needs to be gaps in the bone. But let's see. So, okay. Oh. So it was a risky maneuver. Okay. So ultimately, Pochita may have overestimated Denji's eating speed, because this regeneration is a lot slower. Because the heart just straight plop landed on the ground, and now. But interesting, aging. Do you really want to get rid of your only chance? Well, maybe they assume that Pochita won't perish from just, like, being stepped on. That makes sense. Let's see. Stomp it. Stomp it. But, like, do you literally see? Actually, these guys are standing, so they could probably stomp it. Like, a pretty solid chunk of your agents are currently on the ground and missing tongue, teeth, eyeballs, liver. But the thing gets pulled. But I you know what? I was about to say, this is nasty. But I love how you can see the detail. You can see the little arms starting to sprout out. You can see the different tendrils that are popping out. They're probably going to become like the scarf and stuff like that. It's beautiful to see. I think, I think we've seen it before, but to see a full-scale bit-by-bit transformation. Or not. Or we immediately leap to full. Golly. All right. That goes to show how insanely fast, because these guys are okay. Like, sure, I mean they're behind aging, like they're okay, but before they could do anything, Denji in aging's realm pulls the starter, and Pochita essentially instantly goes from a plopped heart on the ground to this semi-mutated form as these guys lifting their heads up to look at him, to not a complete Chainsaw Man resurrection, but a very, very far one for what would happen in presumably like an instant. Very, very good. Then once again, I wonder. Well, no, that's the only. Ooh, wow! I didn't realize this chainsaw is based. Ooh, ew. For some reason, all the things I've seen in Chainsaw Man, and then this is the one that gets me going. Ew. But even the chainsaw has. ugh, the chainsaw has veins on it. I have to add that detail to my avatar. But like something about that doesn't feel right. You see, but I mean, it makes sense, right? Ultimately, all it is a manifestation of Pochita's flesh. But you see with a vein on it, that's kind of nasty. So I guess, ironically enough, it's like Ultimate Humongousaur. But I guess Ultimate Humongousaur makes even less sense considering like he fires it out of his body. It's like what propulses this? Is it like air? How does that work? Supposing smoke comes out of it. Like, are you lighting your internal organs on fire to launch them? But essentially, it's not ever revealed in the show what Ultimate Humongousaur's like bone cannons are, but they're bone cannons. Like ultimately, they're like, I think it was Jay Wyatt who confirmed in Extra that essentially they're like unstable bone fractures that Ultimate Humongousaur launches out. So ultimately, despite being like literal missiles that even fire out of his transformed mutant hands, they are still a part of his biology. So I guess technically here, the chainsaws that manifest from Pochita are just like massive bone spurs that he can sharpen and rotate. Like, essentially, and the thing is, considering they're like halfway embedded into his hand, like they're straight in the middle, I wonder if like in order to move it, like we move our hands, like is he to make the chainsaw effect? Does he like flex his internal muscles and that rotates the chainsaw? And is this? So, and I'm guessing once again going fully with the flesh analogy, is this like is the chain of the chainsaw man? Is that like just a really extensive vein that just loops over and over again? I don't know. Yeah, but still interesting. And and I also like the detail. And the ones coming out of his face, like his fangs are sharp already, but the chainsaw that's coming out of his face included. But this one in particular is still dull. Like it's still taking its time to form and sharpen properly. I like that. Let's see. Oh, me too, bro. Me too. Let's see. What is that? What is that? Oh, that may be interesting. Oh, shoot. Let me see if I can. Okay, I get it now. I was a little confused because I couldn't tell what I thought happened was like, considering this one was popping out, I thought what happened is that Pochita like he's basically, what is it? What's the animal that does that? It's, I think rams and goats do it, but there's a specific animal I'm thinking of that has like a blade for a head. It's not swordfish. Is it the narwhal that will like reel back and just swing with its massive horn and slice through? No. Pochita reeled back with his right and just said, and took the dome piece straight off. Golly. I'll admit, this may have benefited. Well, actually, no. Never mind. I get why Fujimoto didn't do a white background here. Like, yeah, that is just like a real perception thing. Because I was like, it's hard to tell because this blends so much with the background. I couldn't even tell they were decapitated at first. But no, I can see the vision now. But boom, straight through. You want to talk about a real cleave? Suguna, take note. Let's see. Golly, straight on through the whole head turn. Though I'll admit, if that is meant to be his right arm, and it clearly is, where's his head? Like, I feel like his head isn't very well. Well, I guess because this is a top-down view. But then again, we would see the chainsaw. Like, we should at least, because I'm assuming to the right, so he's turning fully to slice through not just Aging's head, but even their right arm. You'd think the head chainsaw would be visible here. And maybe that's what this is meant to be. These little sharp spikes here, maybe that's meant to be the head chainsaw. But Fujimoto or one of his assistants ended up coloring it wrong here. Because right now, based on this image alone, it almost looks like Chainsaw Man's headless. Which we know he isn't based on this previous panel. But let's see. Boom! Slice through. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, okay, so a full-on tear through. But okay, we see everything else leap out of him, regenerate. The head chainsaw reaches full size. And boom, wow. Oh, this is a spread. Oh, this is a spread. Okay. Okay, so just tore Aging to literal pieces. Now, this is going to be interesting. I still think Aging, well, I clearly was highballing them previously based on their performance last chapter. I still think they're relatively powerful, so let's see how they regen from this. Or at least they should. This is the old face. I don't think it looks merged for the first time, but then again, this is just like half, so it may still be that straight half. Aging, the blank face, is coughing. Okay, yeah, I figured. That was the one thing I was wondering. Thanks, Chainsaw Man. This is the most vivid and powerful pain I've ever experienced. Oh, okay. Okay. So, once again, I'll admit, that does seemingly slide Pochita. I mean, maybe you could argue Edgy just didn't care at first, but like, that does immediately slide Pochita right back above Yoru, even with the amps, because notably, Chainsaw Man was not only able to reach, regenerate, and slash before Agent could even react at all, but then they did actually experience the pain. Meanwhile, when the whole halfway across the planet sniper shot went off, Agent was like, that's light. How dare you? And didn't have to worry about it. Let's see. But you can't kill me that way. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, how do you slaughter Agent? It should be such a powerful one. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. So even Pochita turned into a tree. Huh. So wait, is triple the end for all things? Because I'm assuming what Agent did here is what I thought they were initially going to do to Denji and Yoru and Asa. I thought what Agent was going to do was trap them in their realm and age them up a whole bunch and be like, all right, you're 35 now, you're 36. Like, just straight up age them to oblivion. But they didn't do that. They just sealed them in the realm. But now, upon making contact with Chainsaw Man, after pretty much seemingly immediately regenerating before Chainsaw Man could complete another attack, which is crazy, once again showing off their potency and regeneration speed. And it's just such a very interesting effect. The splitting of the old face from the blank younger face, that's very interesting. But with one tap, they go tree mode and just boom. And Pochita mutates into this very, very well-designed tree, I will admit. That's actually, golly. But see, boom. But I wonder, can Pochita be freed from this? Or are they now just chain tree saw man? And aren't chainsaws used to cut trees? Like, is this real bad? But see, ugh, I hate it all. Jeez! That is, honestly, if all of my organs were devoured, yeah, I'd have the exact same look too, buddy. I don't blame you. Ugh, I hate it all. On to the next. Let's see. Stop it! Stop that, young man! Hey, I thought you lost your sanity. Don't ask questions. Ask questions. Don't question the method, buckaroo. It's a method. There's a methodology. There's a thought process. There are motions and means behind this operation. You just gotta go with the flow. If you don't like it, close your eyes. Don't look upon what you don't wish to see if you do not wish to see it. Simply accept that this is how things must be. Let's see. Stop it! Stop that, young man! Huh? These people have lived for millennia trying to escape this place. They've reached the truth. You haven't even hit 20. You have no right to slay them. Have they reached the truth, though? Have you reached the truth? But, like, if truth is tree... if tree is truth, I don't want to learn it. That's right. I mean, I guess. Once again, it's just... Especially if just humans age the tree. Like, it's kind of like... What's that thing called? Carcination? Like, apparently we're all turning into crabs. Like, that's apparently the scientific thing. Like, you see, the reason our hands can do this is because that's what crab hands look like. The reason we have teeth is because crabs have teeth. The reason you feel your legs slowly splitting and your body slowly becoming more round is because the crab is what we were all truly meant to be. Crab is all, which is crazy because we eat crab. Like, or apparently we're currently evolving into our prey. But with it being the case, in a way, by reaching truth, shouldn't this be their freedom, their enlightenment, their end? And especially considering you don't feel hunger or pain or anything like that. So, for all those purposes, like, this is kind of just the end. And notably, he's not like screaming, at least not too loud. So this may just be it. The side eye from this tree is hilarious, though. Let's see. You haven't even hit 20. You have no right to kill them. Well, I mean, you gonna stop him? You gonna stop him? Like, what you gonna do? Let's see. Denji, boom, right to there. He's like, I don't care. Let's see. Whatever, man. I'm thankful for the food. I'm eating it with gusto. So I'm sure they forgive me. I mean, I guess. Yeah. And once again, it is all for the sake of escape. I'm honestly shocked that aging has to stop this problem. But like, I guess that's the thing. They aren't in real danger. They sacrificed all those people and their organs and stuff like that. But so far, they haven't seemingly been in danger. And now they've currently locked Pochita to tree mode. So once again, it'll be interesting. Once Denji consumes his next stuff and pulls the starter again, what will happen? Will Pochita stay in this evolved state where he is seemingly part tree? Because notably, he didn't turn into a full tree. You can still see his knees and stuff like that. And obviously the chainsaws are still procking out of him. So maybe this will just be an evolved aged Chainsaw Man, which may be a bad thing. Well, not a bad thing, but like maybe he's stronger now. Or will he revert to true Chainsaw and keep on attacking? Considering once again, the whole point of the perpetual motion machine isn't necessarily to like slay the D, but more so make it give up. Like if you remember, I don't think on either, well actually no, Yoru / Asa did immediately like slaughter the Eternity D, I'm pretty sure in part 2. But like in part 1, it offered up its heart. It was like, I'm done. Like, just take it. I'm sick and tired of being sliced and eaten. Like this sucks, bro. So technically, this it can work. It can work. It just like, oh, fine. I'm so sick and tired of fighting, you idiot, or whatever. You'll come eat me one day anyway. I'm good. I've waited since time immemorial. I'll wait for time. I'll keep waiting. We'll see. So I'm sure they'll forgive me. And just swinging in. Oh, he's a monster. Yes. Yes, he is. And weren't you a D hunter? Why don't you hunt him? Huh? Why don't you... Mink. Why don't you hit him with the... Mink. If you really were built like that. Apparently. Let's see. Oh, and I still do like the theory that Quan Chi gained their... Well, actually, not pseudo-immortality, because they're fiends, obviously. Not fiend. They're a hybrid, so they do have that pseudo-immortality. But I do like the idea that Quan Chi being the first D hunter is actually from here, and actually didn't manage to find a proper way to escape, or impressed AJ in some way, shape, or form. They just like, go ahead, you can leave. I'll let you cook. Or because then again, I guess I do wonder: have any other hybrids like Denji, and I guess technically now Asa, have any of them ended up here before, or are those the first two? Because so notably, we don't have any context for the rest of the triple. We only have context for this guy, and we know he was a D hunter who feared aging. So like. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Boom. Swing. Ah, okay. So it is reject tree, return to chainsaw. He does not keep any of the transformation mutation. So that's interesting though. So ultimately, even though technically it wasn't damage, so whenever Denji consumes that good stuff, that red gooshy goo, he doesn't just get like the regular. He doesn't just heal, right? Because technically Pochita was healed just fine. He was just old. Even age itself counts as like a physical pain and stuff like that, so that it gets restored and undone by the consumption of blood. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing to confirm. That may be. I mean, it really depends how the death D ends up working out. How the big D ends up slapping its meat on the table. Because technically, maybe that would work too. As long as Denji and Chainsaw Man are somewhat separate, maybe it could be an endless cycle where just even touching, like going with the same kind of move that Aging did. If the big D were to touch Chainsaw Man, he would. But then Denji. But then again, Chainsaw Man is Denji's heart. And it's technically we haven't seen Aging slowly try to slaughter Pochita because it's trying to get devoured by Pochita. So maybe that could still hypothetically work. Probably, because he still was like afraid of like a genuine death. So it is possible that Chainsaw Man, Pochita himself, could still technically be in mortal danger by fighting death if death can just one tap instant death them. Presumably, if that has it, yeah. Let's see. Boom! Straight down the middle. Well, not straight down the middle. Kind of towards the middle. Boom. Yeah, once again, just that season 1 Bond regeneration. That Tarmiel in season 3 regeneration. That goddess tier healing, bro. There's nothing. Like, you just immediately could you eat me already? You apparently have no other means of slaying me. That is crazy though. Once again, stay hydrated, folks. But I do think that works. Once again, Aging, while seemingly not as like omnipotent as I once thought they were, considering I thought they kind of represented time itself based on their abilities, I do like that ultimately the traditional way of fighting Aging just doesn't work. Like, yeah, you can probably slice and slay and tear me apart and flay me to oblivion a million times. Doesn't really matter. They're literally in the same position that Falling was. Ultimately, Falling was like, Oh no, I've been sliced. Okay, and just readjust. And right now, that's all Pochita can do, considering he cannot eat them without breaking the universe, or at least seemingly. Let's see. Pochita, the barf. What's he gonna hurl at him? Let's see. My belly's about to burst. If you're struggling, barf up some kind of useful tea. Oh, so, huh? So that's interesting. I thought so. So it is like a tank. I guess he said he did have to run to get hungry, but that's actually kind of concerning. I thought so. The blood gets consumed, but doesn't immediately get burnt. It is not like a 1-to-1 scenario where juice gets consumed and then it gets consumed to regenerate the Pochita body. Ultimately, it's still there, or at least enough that his belly's about to burst, and thusly the blood. Pochita has a great conversion rate, like regenerating your entire body from the heart off of very minimal blood. Okay, impressive, Pochita, impressive. But interesting. I wonder what D in particular that he's about to barf up is. That's gonna be interesting. We end the chapter on that too. So all right. W chapter. It doesn't do crazy numbers, but I do like what it establishes. One, it establishes that aging, despite their seeming concern with Pochita reaching them and stuff like that, it never really mattered, at least not so far. Pochita just does not stand a chance of actually traditionally slaying aging like he could hypothetically slay other Ds. Aging is just a little bit too powerful, a little bit too feared, a little bit too potent in order to be just cut to ribbons and torn apart that way. And thusly, Pochita needs to take another approach, which I do think is an interesting plot point. And two, I do think it is interesting that not only is the lesser humanity of Denji being exemplified and his new perspective of always taking things like, hey, this is for me, because I'm still alive, if I'm still alive, it's gotta be for me, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Seeing that mentality more in action, where he's just like, faced with someone who has not accepted a mentality like that, and just cleaving into triple to eat on triple. I mean, it's good to see. Asa does not make it. Does she make an appearance this chapter? I feel like Asa, I mentioned her so far, but yeah, I don't think she actually makes a genuine appearance this chapter. And with that being the case, it's Denji's story. I know all the people who are complaining about Asa in early Chainsaw Man Part 2 are like super happy right now, because this is truly Denji's story right now, and seeing him overcome and work with Pochita like this is actually really, really cool. Considering like previously, before this, Denji was pretty much just unconscious and Pochita was wilding out. Even at the end of Part 1, Pochita was wilding out. So like ultimately it wasn't really a collaboration between the two, but now this is a case where they are two beings technically with the same sort of linked organs and body parts, and seeing them work together like this is actually a really, really cool thing. And honestly, I wouldn't mind more of it. Like ultimately, if this Pochita black form, let's just call it, because it's like, or like complete Pochita, it would be cool if Denji could almost wear him like a mech suit and like be inside, or at least like command him some way like that, even after this event, because it could allow for more interesting character dynamics and Pochita to actually be more than just this raw, unbelievable, crazy girthy amount of power, and also a really good character. Like Pochita has enough already. He technically doesn't need more, but still, overall, me here for the 2 times. Come on, W chapter. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave belly burst in the comment section down below. And thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also do have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 month. Anything is exclusive videos, the content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks will include the live reactions to every this series I'm to review, after reaction of all my videos, and becoming a $20 Patreon or $20 member. You can order whatever video you want. Also do a link to my Ko-Fi description down below. You can drop 5 beats for a short video, 25 beats for a long video, or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Brandon Payne, Glacier XE, and G Prosper. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, Igneo Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our Ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly Euchia, and Yuki Alla. Then I'd like to give a big ol' gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a big gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Overlord Zero, Joaquin Munoz, and Item Okami. And I'd like to give a final, gargantuan, supersized, sweet mother of mercy, that kidney will be yours one day, or the Black Myth video, whichever comes first, possibly both. That guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.